Hi, dear students. We will have again a question and answers session. We will hopefully get to answer almost all of your questions. So we will do it quick and with the right intentions and with a smile. And let's start?
Yes,
Let's
a smile. Okay.
With a smile.
Yes.
Okay. We will start from questions from lesson number 10, the last question, and then have some of the older questions also. Maya from Bulgaria asks, if we have a connection with people who strive towards spirituality and towards the Creator, but they are not Kabbalists, can we advance?
So, like you're saying, there's Creator, there's the purpose of creation, and there are people who are Kabbalists and they discovered all of this, and they are revealing this to us, and they're going to the purpose of creation. And then there are other people. They are not Kabbalists, they're not using the method of Kabbalah, but they have the what? They would like to reveal a Creator. So the question is, what is for them the Creator?
She probably means that they're also in some kind of spiritual search.
Yeah, I understand.
But they just don't use the same method.
So we have many kind of people that are searching for a Creator, purpose of creation. Some of them think that after death, I will be in heaven with the 72 virgins.
Last time I counted.
Yes, there were 72. So, I'm going just in a, how can I imagine, a nice garden with trees, and I'm just plucking whatever I need, an apple, mango, whatever. And these virgins are like a herd behind me, going with me, and everything's fine. I don't know. Or the Creator. How do I imagine the Creator? So, since we are already studying like purpose of creation, what is the Creator? And these are things which are outside of me. By the way, today we will have a lesson, today evening. The 11th lesson will be about the essence of religion and its purpose, this article of Bala Sulam, yes, which will be very, very interesting to watch. So, we need to be we need to be in contact with people who can serve as an environment, as a fertile environment for my desire to obtain this purpose of creation, as the Kabbalists are putting it. And if I will consider other people as my spiritual environment, but they are not sharing the same method and goal, then I will go astray. I will have another purpose of the creation, another imagination of what is Creator, and I will attain something else, but not the spiritual purpose which the Kabbalah is bringing me to. That doesn't mean that I don't need to consider these people, that no, I'm with them, if they are my friends, my family, everything is okay. But we're speaking on how to consider them as a spiritual environment that will help me go outside of my ego into the reality of bestowal.
It's like the difference between the Kabbalistic circles that we keep talking about and the normal conversation outside with any kind of people. It's not that you shouldn't have this kind of conversations, but it's not the circle that you would say that the difference are merely a couple of laws and the intentions of the people who do it with you, but it really changes everything. So yes.
And another thing that I would like to have, Rabash has an article where it's not an article, it's a letter that he writes to his students. And he's explaining that, we have our circle of Kabbalah, where we want to attain the purpose of creation, right? So I don't have any problem of meeting with other people like that they are studying, I don't know, let's say, yoga. Nice. Yes, yoga. You see? Why? Because the discrepancy, the difference is so far away that I could speak with them. They could tell me about spirituality, and other words like nature. And I know that they mean something else, so it's not a risk for me. I will not change my environment. But the more the people that I meet, the more they pretend to be closer to Kabbalah, like an environment, stemming from religions,
like The more overlapping points they
yeah,
have.
the more they have overlapping points like religions, or they even study like some kind of Kabbalah, mystical Kabbalah, the more Rabash advising us to stay away from them. In which way? In a way to not exchange ideas, to yes, you're totally right, and that's it. Why? Because it's so overlapping that I could be mistaken and think, yes, wow, they are like us, and wow, it's nicer, you know, because it's within the ego, so I don't need to go out of myself. And then it's a problem because we can lose many friends, many good points in the heart in this way. This is why Baal HaSulam is speaking so much about the importance of environment. The right books, the right Rav, the right environment, and this is how I can really go point by point in building this line, which brings me along the path of truth, as Baal HaSulam is explaining us. We say it along because now we begin to go in phases in which we need to choose carefully our environment in order to develop spiritually.
Great. Moving on.
Yeah.
Tamara from Barcelona. Regarding the balance, what about the judgments here in the alike in the next dimension, in the future world? Meaning, she probably means the decision that you are making here and that you would make if you would be in the spiritual world.
No, so I think that
right
Masha will begin since she understands the question.
I hope I understand it right, Tamara. I'm really not sure. But if you mean this question, if you mean the question that kept coming up in the second semester about how to make the right decisions according to what would be in a spiritual way right, or what would be in the spiritual world. So yeah, after how much 10 years of studying Kabbalah, we still struggle with the same question from here and then. What is the right decision? How to make the right decision? And obviously, the right decision is the one that is with accordance with what is decided in the circle of the group of your environment, the Kabbalistic environment. And this often will be a decision that's above your ego, that's hard to understand inside your ego, and also a decision that is made upon a advice from a Rav. So really, we spoke about the criteria. It's the Rav, it's the group, it's the books. Those three criteria also help us taking the right decisions and deciding whether the decision I'm taking is the right one. I hope I understood the question right.
And I also want to show something. You know, when we are under the barrier, let's write here, barrier. And this is our world, still in the egoistic intention. So for me, the difference would be, here I have the environment, the group. Let's say all of the group books, as Masha said, Rav. Okay? And I have the other environment. Let's call it in general me, okay? So I need always to choose between these two environments. This is the choice. How this environment of group, books, and Rav will be much more important, right? Than that one here. But when we're ascending, we're passing the barrier. What's going on here? What's happening with the choice? Here, the only reality which exists is the reality of, let's call it here, we, or one, where I feel just one with the group. No difference between me and them. I'm revealing the true reality, that we are just like one vessel, one soul. So, you know, if I want to do something good for them, then I'm doing something good for me. It's like a mother with the children, you know. So I'm enjoying. I want to bestow to them. Why? It's doing good to me. So then we have another factor of choice, which is really the intention. Why am I doing good? This is a reality of bestowal here, in the upper reality. Then here the choice is of the intention. To whom? I'm doing bestowal, but why? That I will enjoy it, the enlarged I, or to give contentment to the Creator. So you see, and always this kind of choice is being upgraded in quality, always more and more in 125 degrees. But for now, our freedom of choice, Tamara, is how to increase the importance of the environment which will develop me spiritually, and to give less importance to the environment which will not develop me spiritually. This is the game now.